Hey guys! Excuse me. Hey guys, Lorcan the Hedgehog here. Sorry for that bub. I'm here to continue on with Saw month, as I'm here to talk about Saw 2. The sequel to the very first Saw movie, just literally a year after the first Saw movie came out in 2004, and that means, 2005. So yeah, meaning that the first Saw movie did so well, Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures knew they got money on their eyes, so they decided to make a sequel. How do I felt about this sequel? Well, let's get to the plot. Well, one thing this film has is that if you have seen the first one, we all know that Token Bell was only there for a few seconds and minutes in the film for flashback and mystery, and now since we have the ending from the first Saw movie, we have a lot more Token Bell that which would later become a thing in the franchise, where we would get him more and more, even if, the later sequels kind of did something to him. But, so yeah, the main plot of this one is that we follow a cop by the name of Eric, who discovers that Jigsaw has put his son into one of his games, and he needs to play a Jigsaw game of his own in order to get his son alive. Meanwhile, while that's going on, his son is stuck in a house filled with other people, including Amanda from the very first Saw movie, and they have to try to find a way to get some antidotes in order to survive on naval nerd agent, I think that's what it said. Some type of poisonous gas thingy that could kill them. That's the main gist of it. So, yeah, it kind of still has some stuff from the first Saw movie. Like, we still have people trapped in a particular location, and they have to go through some traps in order to really, survive. Unlike the first Saw movie, though, this is like where the traps kind of... No, when it comes to me with the traps, this one does increase from the very first Saw movie, but not as much as, say, the later sequels would later take it to. This one's still it still has some parts of more gore than the first Saw movie, but it's not as gory as the other films would be. One thing I do like is some of the acting is good. Like, the guy who plays Eric in this one, he's a good actor. And as well, Token Bell, he shines, either as Billy or in John Kamer. It really shows that this guy this whole franchise is really with him. It wouldn't really be anything without him. The son, I feel like, at first was annoying, but as the film continues, yeah, I kinda like the kid more and more. Some of the traps were decent, some of the traps were good in this film. However, compared to the first Saw movie, I don't like this one as much, but it's kind of understandable. But I still enjoy this film, and I honestly think it's the third best Saw movie in the series. And, the reason why is, like, some of the characters as well. Like, there's this one guy in the film, I don't know his name, but he's a jerk. A real jerk, and he later on finds out in the film that suddenly everybody has a number on their back of their necks. I won't explain why, but just that he finds these out, and instead of just checking everybody like, hey, can I take a look at your neck for a second? It's just a number thing. I found a number thing on one of the guys is there. And, maybe we could all have it on our necks, just we help each other out. But no, instead he decides to kind of just go say, okay, I'm going to kill everybody here until I get all the codes for all that antidote for myself. But the strange thing is he murders everybody, then he encounters one girl who's stuck in her own trap, and rather than kill her, he just lifts her hair to see the number on the back of her neck, and just walks off, leaving her to die. He's like, come on, man, if you walked out on her, couldn't you just, check everyone's necks and just say, okay, someone will recognize that number on the back of his neck. We're going to need that for this, lock here. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue, and like I said, maybe some of these people can be a bit annoying. Like, not all of them are annoying, but there are a few who are particularly annoying in this film. But as it is, I did, like I said, I did enjoy this film. It is honestly a good sequel to the very first Saw movie. Not as much, it's not great. It is not as good as the first Saw movie, and a later Saw movie I'm going to talk about in maybe in a few weeks. But it is still a good sequel, and like I said, out of all of them, this is my third favorite out of the series. And yeah, so yeah, that's about really it for Saw 2, really, to be honest. So next up is Saw 3. And that will be probably coming out on Saturday, because I decided to make this a 3-day, 3 days for new Saw reviews. Just kind of makes sense as well, you kind of think about it. I just kind of want to fill the full month with Saw. And kind of end it with Jigsaw, which I don't know when I'm seeing that, but I'm sure it will be either in October or November. Either one of the two. So I'll see you guys in the next Saw reviews.